Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today. The subject of my vlog today is the craziest thing a foreigner can do is get married on his first trip to the Philippines. But before we get started, let me welcome my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for your kindness, your generosity, and your support of my channel. It's truly been amazing. I'll never take that for granted. You know, I always get my ideas for my vlogs either from the ether or from one of my comments or one of my subscribers. And a guy asked me today, he said, Calvin, how many guys do you think are going to get married when they come over there this time on to the Philippines? And man, I tell you, it sent my thoughts flying, man. I said, well, hell, let me think about this. You know, how crazy is that? But we'll come up with every excuse in the world to do something stupid over here. Who goes on their vacation to get married to a total stranger, by the way? And see, no matter what I say here today, a lot of you guys, you're already on goal. You've bought the engagement ring, you've bought the wedding ring, which, by the way, by the time you get on that Tarlac to go home, that ring's going to be in the pawn shop. More than likely. Or the minute that plane takes off. So what I do is I get the conversation started, and that's all I'm doing. The only thing crazier than getting married on your vacation would probably be to take your vacation and spend it hanging out at the break room on the job. Now, if I did that, you'd probably say, this dude done lost his mind. But I say the same thing about somebody who comes over here for the first time, the very first time. Because I've got an example in this vlog right here in San Carlos City. See, I thought the whole point of going on vacation was to relax, to unwind, to de-stress. But let me remind you that studies have shown that getting married is rated in the top 10 most stressful life events. Period. So what do we do? We ask for extra helping of stress, topped with headache and frustration when the wedding is 8,000 miles away. With very little planning and even little thought. All in the name of love. But is it even love? More than likely it's euphoria. You know, and you say, well, what's euphoria, Sunshine Shoulders? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's an intense feeling of excitement and happiness. Well, hell, you could get that from a hit off the crack pipe. You know, you don't have to come all the way over here and we buy the cow, the milk, and the barn. It's crazy, man. You know, meanwhile, they're giving away milk for free over here, guys, or at a drastically reduced price. All right. I just wanted to remind you of that. But we come up with the damnedest excuses to do something stupid over here. Who gets married on their vacation to a total stranger, by the way? All in the name of euphoria. And then, here's the sad part about it. When all the dust settles, you get on the plane and you go back home by yourself. Embarrassed. The wedding details never see the light of day until months, maybe years later when you finally bring her to your home country. So why don't we do this instead? Okay, listen to this. Why don't we come to the Philippines unscripted? Use our instincts. Let things happen naturally. That way, you go back home with your wits about you. You go back home with your freedom. And you're going to be smarter for the next time you come here. It's not a requirement for entry into the Philippines. Getting married or making a commitment or getting engaged, it's not a requirement. You got to have a valid passport, be fully vaccinated. Let's see, what else did they say you need? Yeah, a negative RT-PCR test within 48 hours of your departure. COVID-19 insurance, travel insurance. But there's no requirement for a wedding or an engagement party or a commitment. 100% of the texts, messages, the emails, the calls that I get, they may start out differently, but it always ends up the same. A relationship or a wedding or marriage or talk of marriage. It's not a requirement, guys. Don't do that. On my last video, I told you, don't fall in love in the Philippines. Fall in love with the Philippines instead. Enjoy your freedom. You've always got the next time and the next time and the next time after that. And if you don't, then so what? But you don't have to get married over here. The craziest thing that a foreigner can do is to get married in the Philippines on his first visit. So thank you so much for stopping by today. Just a short video. I start the conversation, guys. I want y'all to think about this because some of you guys right now, you're on go. There's nothing I can do to stop you. You bought the engagement ring. You bought the wedding ring. But let me remind you, by the time that plane takes off with you on board going back home, that ring more than likely is going to be in the pawn shop. There's no need for you to get married and come over here and buy the cow and the milk and the barn. They're giving away milk for free over here or at a drastically reduced price. Go back home with your wits about you, with your freedom, and be a better person for the next trip. So if you're in America, it's early. You're probably just now getting up, getting ready for work. You're going to the gym, get a newspaper, cup of coffee, and you see somebody in the street or wherever you see them. Buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, it's already pitch black, and I hope you're able to help somebody today. It's not a day goes by that I don't help somebody over here. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.